美洲冠军战 ，Sentinels 对上 G2， 赢的将赢下美洲冠军，代表1号种子在多伦多大师赛中出战。两队先前交手是由 Sentinels 2比1击败 G2。这场 Sentinels 拥有先编2张地图的胜者组优势，究竟是哪队会成功赢得胜利，带走象征美洲最强的冠军奖杯呢？
G2 have that discipline, waiting for the smokes to dissipate. Valin earns himself 2, still Leaf back against the wall. He's got to know roughly the position of Zekin. Isolated into the 1v1, all for the A's. Dodging, sliding off to the side. Ult expended! And an ace!
5 kills. The fake over towards A Long where he collects the first. Coming back in to make sure that his team is bailed out of a tricky situation. A clutch, an ace. Spectacular individual performance.
An access here for Sentinels. We're seeing it's an attempt to flood back in, but the players aren't really in position to try and do so. Rolling Thunder expended on either side here. It does push back CT. G2 can't really make a go of things here with a Hunter's Fury on top of it. Might be the cherry on top here, but still G2 are going to be drawing that blood. Leaf finds that opening. Looking for a little bit more here. Armageddon is all being laid down on top. Sen posturing, trying to offer themselves up here. Narrate has got so much to do!
Does it matter if Zekin and Narrate are on fire like this? Oh my god, that was bonkers. The quick aim reset is superb. That's why they added this guy.
Much more control outside of that one. Sight's been flipped entirely here. Sentinel still in a good spot, and that's a stun for a stun and an ult expended. Rolling Thunder into your face. Oh yeah, that's a bit of miscoordination, but the aftershock pushed forwards. A bit of spam might earn himself another one. Jonah P still alive for now, but not for much longer. Zelsis and John have to join and combine their might to try and stand against this one. Salvos. It's not pretty. The heat's been turned up entirely. John can't deny it into the 1v1. And time barely there for Trent, I think.
That is so close.
It's going to be on the wire there. 0.06.
Have a great chance at defending.
And the Raiders hard committed here. The stun's going to be missing him. Just gliding straight past with a blind and a flash. Okay, there's a trip to try and play off. Jonah P. Right over towards the top and through the wall. And the Raid dodging, weaving, ducking away. And dominating the spot that he's in. Down in the leg doesn't stop Trent. Yet still that side is going to be opened up. Over towards G2 now in that 2v3. Damage barely done. And Trent survives for now. Plant down. Jorgamo, he knows he has to take those risks and loses the fight out. John QT barely alive for it, and Trent is in a very difficult spot still. Sentinels needed this one near side. Fantastic connection and a good cleanup in the end here by Heroics and the Raid and John QT. Can they stand up against it? Slide to the angle here. John rattling shots. Found the Raid. Guardians can't get it done. One left to do it all. It's bang. And already Leaf has his mark. Walking all the way up though. That's okay. Acknowledgement of a bit of lead still. Second. Goodness me. Rapid fire when it goes to the hand. He's just seen a shoulder. Might be hunting for a little bit more. 3 in a round for him. Can he get the 4? TP's back to safety, rejoining. Rest of the pack.
And when you have a player that's on form like this, white hot to begin the map, why wouldn't you want to fight? He looks super confident, utilizing Zelsis as bait, and put Valin and Jonah P in an almost impossible spot.
Yeah. Walking but spotted. Just to the side here and a flash and a repeat. Wow!
You're going to steal his ace?
Sentinels players hard anchoring onto the site in a position here with a drone out wide. You've got to know exactly where they might be laying here with the stun. It's good. Right to the side, Trent! Getting away with bloody murder. Still off to the corner. That's John, yeah, and that prior damage weakened him up. Bit of running, gunning. Still, it's a 2v3 situation. G2 at least get themselves into the post plan, but more needs to be done by Leaf. Already wrapping, and it's a fast play by Sentinels. They're not messing around. Trying to play this one a bit more loose.
I love that smoke on sight from Valin.
No one watching for main. Snake bites walking through Valin. This is so damn unexpected. It isn't even necessary. Leaf
individually on Heyman.
No signs of life until now. Bang is going to be under a lot of scrutiny. Still with that paranoia is excellent. And he calls for the fight forwards. Brilliant with the util. So the Raid making sure to follow up, but G2 not done yet, not done by Country Mars, still has a team flash, and the Raid strike!
Game plan here for G2 seems to be put all the pressure into Zekin.
Trying to clear him out to the angle! Easier said than done!
Send 4 next time, why don't you? 3 wasn't enough.
Here's the next test. Jorgamo, not the weapon. Letting his team know it's all being cleared out nice and pretty now towards the back. It's Zeken's turn. Ping's going to be highlighting all sorts here, but now it is used. Armageddon on either side here, alternating. And this is going to be a bit chaotic onto the side for about a moment. Kevin, can you pass your way through? Salvos denying the defuse entirely, but swinging out through the back, and Trent left into the 1v1 ultimately. Time ticking. And
G2, they barrel through with a huge amount more utility to push Zeken away. And once they get the site for free, it doesn't matter.
TPing back.
What the hell is Valen doing? It's
okay, TP forwards, or at least a fast flank is called for. Not sure how Valen got there into the end, but it's a plan nevertheless. Sentinels get themselves into a tight, tucked spot. Into the post. Where's the next level of things here? It's an aftershock into the corner once more, but evacuation again. Pulling back and away. G2 just trying to bleed Sentinels out. Time being bought, util held, and guns not at the ready here. Valen right from behind. Nice with the 3-piece.
Make sure that they didn't lose the round before his flank could come through. And they gave him that time. They played with that patience.
Smoke drops. They're calling for the swing as that smoke does blossom and bloom. Jogan was already found the one. Armageddon trying to push them past, but locked down into the spot. Jogan not to be denied. A chance of a bit of argy-bargy.
Supported by teammates again for a triple swing. He swung into the site with his op at the same time as two players swung from screens. All of the players are focused on those screens players.
Really just being bogged down by the multitudes of util the G2 have in their back pocket. There's another one for you. Stun forwards and whipping, hopping all around. You're going to be meeting your match into the blender.
Realize.
Rolled out.
Leg shot straight on and finish off with the shorty is how it opens up. We didn't talk about it too much, but on the previous map, first kills, 15 of...
Sentinels trying to set themselves up nicely into this one. Random spam! That's the one player that could not go down with it. The pit dropped down. And Sentinels left lacking. Left gasping for air here. G2 just dominant! Here's Leaf. Salvos potentially to push them back at Zeken. Handed, potential chances, bang. Potentially stealing away, but Leaf has slipped it all the way through into Art.
John's the playmaker though. He's got all the way behind, 8 seconds on the salvos.
That's gonna make a huge difference. He's missed it into the timing. Bang though, might be able to deny, at least with that damage done. Surely Valen onto the defuse. Time has been missed. Salvos lay it down, Valen. Hot feet. He's got a lot to ask now in this spot. Smoke propped up and bang! Jorgamo with his own ult as well. He's trying to flip this one all the way around. Zelsis is isolated in towards the back, and Jorgamo has cleaned him up, but the Steel Garden will still lay it down. Overlapped. Sound cues. Cut away here from Sen, but finally fading, returning to their senses, and narrate. Go on walkabouts, rewarded. Once up and over towards the top. Difficulties now for G2. They still want to try and make a go of this one, but the reveal is big. Trent! Snaps to the side, a quick 180, dodging, juking, Armageddon though. Lays it down by some time, sidestepped, he's low enough himself. Salvos, Jonah P! He's denied for it, but he's earned himself at least half his team for it. Potentially a chance for Trent. Time of the essence ticking down! And John QT! Deep tucked onto the side because of that Cosmic Divide. It's just been layered down now, but Trent does have the right tool for the job again. Pushing them forwards, out into the open. Salvos spraying and praying! Zelsis has gone away with murder!
Trying to find the timing.
It's all about the mind games here, and what a flash as well. Leap forwards with the fight. Crossfire setup's going to be set up with him and Trent as well. Just a slight peek, backing away. Trying to hope that these players open themselves up into the more, into the classics in hand. Reloads but saved. Trent off to the side, and Leaf has not been denied. Nothing can take this guy down now. 1v2, John. 3 bullets left to do it all. Wraps his way. How the hell does that happen? Leaf! It's ridiculous!
And we've seen big individual moments from the SEN players. It only takes a couple.
They're stacked up. Doesn't matter that they're on an eco here. They can do some real damage, especially with that util. Sentinels! Filled up the feed in their name. Dropping guns towards their back.
Leaf with only a ghost to work with and a drone in his face.
Spotted out, overwhelmed, swarmed into the spot, and this is it. G2 just really rushing into things there, not navigating the spot that they were in, and Sentinels are going to be calling for this, and it's going to be a 3-2-1 swing together, and that makes 11.
With a great anticipation of where this one was ending, and they just all swing out together.
It's almost a grade there.
Yeah, G2 super stuck inside of them, right? They couldn't find a safe area to stand.
Straight past his timing. I don't know if Zelsis is going to expect this one. Might be fast, but okay, here's the footsteps. Valin!
Valin's stinger is gross.
Pure disrespect. Gun picked back up here, ferried back. They can't let that one get into enemies' hands, but G2 onto the side here with a bit of a plan of their own as long as there's no funny business. Those go down, straight bullets slowing down Valin, but he's still alive. And now post-plant begins once again, and we're going to see it. Salvo's up in 15.
Yeah, you have pull, you have salvos, you have people at close range with stingers. It's a hard retake for Sen to win.
George's going to be that thorn in their side as well. What is that?
John didn't even get a look in.
Just shuts the door in the face of Sentinels. No chance for them to even get going.
This is the post-plant meta. Pulls, salvos, stingers inside smoke.
Spots it out, space is still being held down, and he could be that difference maker. TP in, and it's not expected! What a play!
That's so sick!
Past the Cosmic Divide! Completely hides the intent, Jorgamo. He wants a little bit more.
They might have just delivered a bit of a death blow here to Sentinels.
And they need to win this one. It has to be the full investment. And what's the case with the economy? Nightfall up and over. A lot of Qs cut away, but the util's going to be broken down anyway. Up through the top, Sentinels are going to be doubled up. Valin can't hear a thing. You have to rely on it. Raw reaction times, and a crossfire setup is there. G2, they let nothing slip. They hear it scurrying away. The rifles to remain.
From G2. The Astra ult, disguising all of the audio cues so that Jorgamo can teleport into the tiniest little crack at the back of halls. Completely caught Zelsis off guard. And G2 don't allow Sen to escape with a single gun.
Jake, your wall was insane, bro. I think you're behind him. You didn't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not even from the strap.
Improvised.
But they mix things up. Bang takes the timing inside.
All grouped up, Bang. You've been a playmaker, and you are once more. Two immediately ripped away. Dodging and weaving as bullets whistling past. He's grazed. Limping out of the fight for now. But he's bought time and a lifeline for Sentinels themselves. It's what they needed.
They so desperately needed Bang to be a hero.
30 seconds left.
Stray spam again. Any player at G2 could fall at a moment's notice, but now here it is. Second wave of the util once more off to the corner. That's a stun! Bang! Still, where's the response? Still, Garden is there. No weapons at all. Nothing to work with. Shorty in hand. Trent does the best that he possibly can.
This is going to be post-plant setups.
Into the side! John! This could be it. Talk about a turning point. All it takes is one more round, and John QT delivered them a worldie of a round so far. Enough to potentially take them to the finish line. Oh, it's expended at this point. Jonah rips away two, but he needs more where that came from. Off to the side, a jar with a movement, weaving in and out. Sentinels! They've done it!
Where they're hiding to try to deny the spike. G2 really should try to break the wall and go for this.
Through this one at the final moment here. A lot of util going to be expended though. Jorgamo already up, and that's half on the defuse. He's earned it! Oh! That. You stand against it, the heat's going to be turned up now straight away. Convergent Path's going to be slowing it down to a crawl double dash up and over towards the side. Safety there, Bang. Paranoia brought enough time forward and even dodged that one to saturate to the side. Bang! That's unbelievable! And just like that, scattered to the wind. Jonah P and Leaf are forced to do it all. Smoke's in your face as well, and bullets are raining down on you. Umbrella's not going to be saving you much from that one. Leaf. Very awkward spot indeed. ISO's one. Position noted though. Expecting a second updraft over towards the top. How the hell do you control that? You cannot. So well played in the moment.
What movement from Zekken. That was masterfully played by Bang. The Paranoia, I think, caught onto three people. Throws down a smoke to play around. And gets the kill onto Jorgu. I mean, probably shouldn't be jumping in that spot, but to be honest...
Smash over the top of an old clan. Okay, you're going to be taking contact first here with the drone. This time, there is no escape. Suppressed up, there is no dash out to safety. Zekken finally taken out. TP into the back. The reinforcements arriving over towards B, or are they, to cancel onto the ult. And it's thrown things for a bit of a loop here. G2 calling for a bit of a cooldown and now speeding up over towards A with the Armageddon. Safety net granted here for Sentinels.
But these B players can't really rotate over towards A.
Still Garden. Stretching over towards the side here, but this is all just fake pressure once more to saturate. Oh my, light speed. And he's out of there. Bit of a squeeze being placed now up towards Tree and just a shorty into your hands, but bang, you got your weapon back and the flash is impeccable. In and out, round to the side. Jorgamo with the movement, but bang! Cannot be denied. It's time in the sun. It's already that 2v2 in this game of timings right from behind is taken. Bullet to the back there, execution style from Leaf, and it brings it just down to Zelsis to see what he can do in this spot. Steel Garden, even better. Leaf gonna be backing away now, doubled up. Discipline to be played for these G2 players. Wrapping around all the way as well, not...
He's just baiting.
Anticipating, yeah, it is just bait. Trying to pull this one out all the way. Now they know he's not on it. Very difficult task indeed for Zelsis, so 7-5.
They've got to be really happy with this. A much slower approach to Ascent. After having lost in dominating fashion to Sentinels just recently, they've made the right adjustments on their attack.
Sao was to instantly break this one. You can pop out onto these players, but the Steel Garden is again going to be lying in wait here from Lee. He's going to be slowing down these players out towards the back of the side and dashing over. Jorgamo denies him at the doorstep. Saturate, potentially even better, but Zekin does put him in his place. All the way forwards now with only 15 seconds left. This is G2 jumping on the chance. Death by 1,000 cuts indeed. Sentinels between a rock and a hard place. There's no chance for them to get this spike down safely, cleanly, whatsoever. 11 rounds now. Saw plenty of hero plays from these Sentinels players, and again, as you said, Josh, this is ass off once more.
Oh, he's got stuck.
He's out of there, but he does. Oh no, no dash available. No dash available, and he needs to deny this, at least with the kills. Second, forced into a difficult spot. He wants to fight his way back out of it, but Jorgamo! Right from behind!
No smoke over towards Market. I think Zekin assumed that was being covered.
What is going to mean G2 up to 12 here. Up to series point in our grand finals. Push forwards, pop flash in, and this is it, Narrate. Just being swarmed and overwhelmed, G2!
5-map blender between these two teams. And Sentinels beat them for the first time in VCT recently in the upper bracket semi-finals here.
Woo! Let's go, baby!
It's up to Zekin to try and put a stop to that. These dreams and hopes of G2 themselves, but already dashing forwards. This guy has to be the tip of the spear, but he's just being isolated still. They deal with Leaf. Armageddon in through the back. Finds a bit of time and a bit of space as well, but they have to deal with Trent, and it's a stun against the back wall. He's penned himself in. Skipping and hopping all the way through as well. Zekin isolates it, finds that fight indeed. G2, just relentless. Making a move on now, still with that player disadvantage. Jorgamo though, cleans it up onto the side. It's all down to him into this spot. Sentinels earn themselves that breathing room. Find the timing, a window of opportunity here against G2, and here it is. First ult going to be sent out. John QT already catching it. Conversion pass second. He's isolated on a bloody island. Slow to a crawl, but he still gets the one. Sentinels, can they do it? Pull it back from the brink, but again they're isolated, cut out of the sight, divided away from it, and spammed and stuck away. Sen dropping like flies, and for G2, in all eyes, into the hands of Trent. Here it is. Your Stage 1 2025 America's champion.